dear friends! In this video I'm so excited because we are going to be talking again about how we can pick the right photo. And as we know from the first video, oh yes, it's not really easy, but I'm going to share with you some extra great tips and tricks you're going to have in your pocket and which is going to definitely help you to pick the right picture. So again, as we mentioned in the first video, we're always going to look at the background, at the lighting and the posing, and of course we are going to try to avoid the distraction. Very important, because on the end of the day, what matters the most, of course, it's going to be for us to focus on our babies. They are always the primary subject. We also talked that the head, the body and the tail, all of their position, it's very important, and we have to be really careful in selecting the photo and making sure that our babies, they really definitely look very strong. So here I want to talk a little more in details about posing. So you can see all of those three pictures, the babies are laying down. But the question is here, we have to make sure and look at the ears, right? We have to also make sure that we look at the eyes, and here we cannot really see the second eye. It's there, but there is no catch light. So I always believe that if you have the opportunity to add lighting, or maybe just simply turn your babies facing the window, you are always going to have better result than just simply the eye being there, but just no catch light. Sometimes the catch light can be very small, like here, but that's okay. Here, this picture, it's really nice. The pose look really good. The baby looks super cute, looking at us, and it's saying, "Mommy or Daddy, I'm here. Can you please give me a treat?" Ha ha ha, right? And here, of course, they're so cute. They're so adorable, but everything is balanced. And even if we go back to composition, and you can see that, between two of them, they make triangle. Here, it's triangle. So it's all around us, dear friends. So posing again, you can see the head position. Even the baby, it's looking up. And of course, it's only, upper body, this image, but still it's very strong. Position. It's really great. And of course, we have to keep an eye on the background. We don't want the background to be with a lot of distraction. And even here, it's blurry. Still, do you see this red? So truly, if I was the maker, or if I had the opportunity, probably I would crop the picture somewhere here, make it more, maybe like a 8x10, so I can avoid the red and just focus more on the baby. So here again, head position, and you can see the baby's head, it's the other side, and that's why even between two of them, I composite them together. But there it's, the legs are really good, the tails, it's here in between. This is pretty common for baby. I honestly wish if the tail was out, but it's okay. Sometimes we know that things don't happen the way we would like them to happen. But what the maker did, it's the lens. So this is a lens distortion, and so the head looks larger than it is. Overall, it's really nice. The eyes are good, head is good, ears is good, the body is great. So, those are the things to keep in mind. Again, posing. Here the baby, it's looking down. And the way it's cropped, to be honest with you, doesn't give too much to the picture. And even the baby, it's cute. It has those kisses and etc. But we don't know where exactly the baby is looking. So that's why, I definitely would prefer the photo on the right, because you can see definitely direction of the eyes, the lighting, the catch light, it's definitely helping. The ears great, tail great, legs great, just amazing. Again, posing. So you can see this is one of our students. This is the beginning, and you can see this is a change and transformation only for a few days. It's incredible. I can't believe it. But so look at this. Even if she's laying down, you can see, the messy face. You can see the hair in front of the nose. You can see, the body, it's okay. Ears are up, but they could be like even better if you look at the picture on the left, right? The same outfit, the same baby, just it's all about the position and it's all about the lighting, and it's all about the background. So you can see when you have as much as possible all of those elements right, then it's great. And this is definitely, I know I used this picture a few times because this picture on the right has everything, has mixed lighting. The background, it's not too good. Again, through editing, we can remove the fur in the nose. So now, making sure that those things are fixed, look in the result. And this is so real because you can do it the same now. Posing, again, looking straight in the camera. The pose look really great. Tongue looks great. You can definitely see it's part of, the baby's personality. The tongue, it's not too big because sometimes what happens is when they are hot, especially in the summer, the tongues are really out. They become those long tongues. The truth is that that's between us. Sometimes if I had to print pieces for, my clients' walls, I actually will make their tongues not too big. It takes time and, skills in Photoshop, but, you have to kind of be a little cautious. Here it's great. And look at them both of those pictures, the babies are looking up. And of course, we know the one on the right, it's very hard to do. But just to be careful, it's so great because, yes, they're not looking away, but the body language is so strong. The eyes are in the right position. And it really makes a great impact. And you can see again, sitting and standing, and it doesn't matter. It's just about having confidence. Look at this is very confident. This is, he's looking somewhere. He's such a cute puppy. But again, it's not really too strong because of the eyes. Maybe if the maker again put a bow or just, something else, a toy, then they will have a reason why the baby is looking, away, but it's low. That's the idea, that the baby is looking lower, and that's what makes this picture, makes the picture for the baby to don't be so confident. So keep this in mind. It's all about being in your hands, and you can definitely, do so much. But now at least you know exactly, dear friends, how to do it. Very, very powerful. Here again, pose. Look at this picture on the right versus those pictures. Confident. It looks confused. It looks like, what's happening, Vasi? What is it? And then those, they look great. For kitty cats, they're kind of hard sometimes. It's very important. Yes, we want them with the ear up, but the eyes, it's very strange. Not every time their eyes look relaxed. So definitely I would say that this one, the baby's eyes look kind of tense. Here it's even the baby, it's looking up, which I would assume, okay, baby, it's looking at mommy or daddy. But he looks happy, And here again, it looks slightly down. There it's no reason. So it could look better if the eyes were maybe positioning to look into the camera. So again, laying down, you can see. So here, a couple of things to keep in mind are the paws. Sometimes furry babies like to kind of fold their paws. Typically will be the front ones. As we saw that, they like also to fold their tails. So things to consider. Here, the ears could be better. And honestly, again, because the baby is looking down, doesn't look to the left, look at the paws. Even the baby is looking up. Still, it looks so strong, so great. And of course, the picture on the bottom right, a cute baby looking down, but again, because this ear, it's closer to the face, which is normal, it's normal to be this way, but still because the eyes are just looking somewhere, there it's not a defined catch light, or it's just there, it's not the sparkle in the eyes, and that's why I think that it could be a little better. So talking about, again, lighting and background and posing, those three elements, again, are very important to have a really nice photograph. And I know that I emphasize a lot on the lighting and the background, but believe me, they are essential keys for us, for our pictures to look really fantastic. And so again, those are our students' pictures, because it's amazing to see in real life what you could do as well. And so the one on the left, it was for a contest. There are a lot of props, but again, everything, it's color coordinated coordinated, there is a harmony, there are so many good things happening in the photo, which is really fantastic. Again, I know that not every baby would accept to stay this way. We know that sometimes our babies are hyper, or maybe they're not in the mood. So we know this very well. But overall, the picture on the left, everything, it looks great. So the one on the right, it's very clean. It's very simple. Combining in one picture a small and a larger size pet, it could be very challenging, but she did really great. Because if you remember when we talked about depth of field, sometimes some babies may be out of focus or maybe in focus. So you have to find, the happy medium, which in this case, Christine definitely did. And of course, there's some goes on the background, but this is fixable. You can definitely fix it. So lighting, you can see those are pictures. This is what the mommy took before she met me. Then eventually, you can see the progress and you can see the different lighting. You remember the white balance when it goes, blue and yellow, and then you have the green and the pink. Here, definitely in this white, you can see the difference. Again, lighting, here definitely to be able to kind of work a little more in this picture would be if you add contrast and maybe also add some, a sharpness to the picture, maybe a little bit of, also, it doesn't matter if it's going to be black point or it's going to be contrast. Either way, some fonts don't have, some apps don't have, but if you work and add a little more of this, it would help you and give you better quality of the picture. The picture in the bottom, it either didn't use any lights or she probably used a ring light. But again, ring light doesn't do much. I know that you keep hearing me that I'm not a fan of it. Ring light has been created for people who do makeup, videos, and etc. And every time when I coach people, when I teach people, I always recommend, if you're going to add any lights, might as well be a little bigger light, right? It's important. And then, of course, here you can see it's a beautiful daylight. And in this class, I talk about lighting because it's important. Again, there are the opportunity of you using the natural light. It doesn't matter if it's going to be at home. It doesn't matter if it's going to be in a different place outside. But adding an artificial light, is it going to be a softbox, ring light? Is it going to be flashlight, and etc. Can definitely help you and help you to have consistency. But I had to teach you in paparazzi school letters to be able to write a word and then to write the sentences. So that's why the different types of lighting and how to use them, it's something which I teach in another class, just because you had to start. And honestly, dear friends, what you have accomplished for such a short amount of time, it's just incredible. Please give yourself the credit. Your pictures are stunning. And this is just the beginning, because again, I recommend you go and watch the videos again. And every single time, it's like an onion, and you just peel the first layer, the second layer, the third layer, until, believe me, you go into the middle and you are full of knowledge, which you can just apply it. So this is, I used to have this chair in the studio, and you can see it's great. It has patterns, but they're not too heavy, so I can definitely focus on the baby. But again, great lighting, nice background, and that's why I had beautiful pictures. And so again, background. If you see me when I use background, my backgrounds are very clean. Even if they have some patterns, they're still going to be like this one, very neutral, because my goal is to focus on the baby. Of course, for the holidays, it's a different story. But, all year round, I would always try to focus on the baby. And you can see the one on the left as well. There it's pink, but it's not too overpowering. So background, again, this on the left side is my baby, Chico. And the reason why I took this picture, because I was talking about the background. Picture on the left, it's definitely a sign of a failure. Yes, friends, I'm okay with admitting it. Nothing is right. So first of all, I had this piece. I can see a little bit from the blanket. I have the blue background, the color of Chiku, it's very different shade of blue. And then I have, the bucket. So nothing is right. No lighting in the eyes. You can see his cataracts. So you name it, so many different things. And then here, the one on the right, the reason why I picked the blue chair was that because it did match their home. So I knew that, if I have neutral gray background, will stand out, and then having a little blue, which is still neutral blue, it would help me to match the picture for their home, but also don't be overpowering. In background, here on the left, it's a little busier background with combination with some props. And here on the right, it's just very easy and simple. It's just with using a blanket with a toy. But again, they're a little washed out with the filter, our student use. So that's why you can definitely emphasize on the baby. Again, background, here those two are my pictures. The one on the left, you can see it's very simple. It's just a simple furry blanket. But isn't it beautiful? You tell me. Isn't it amazing? I think so. Yes, for sure. And then, you can see I have the hat. Just again, it was matching my client home. And, my client really liked flowers. So a lot of stories combined in one. The one on the right, you can see it's still color harmony, even if it's a rustic door. With the blue, you can definitely see that there is a contrast between the background and the baby. The bucket which I had the baby stepping on was very new. So we can also add digital background. And I have to be honest with you, this is my art piece. I mean, nowadays you have different apps you can use, remove the background, do so many different things. It took me hours to create this art piece, but even so, I had to show it to you. It's just so beautiful. The original picture, in fact, it's not a picture, it's a video, and the water, it's moving. So, yep, it's great. Again, props. We love them. So they can be very simple. Simple as this, adding a head, but still telling the story. It could be, those are my pictures here, just a simple crown, right? It's so beautiful. It's the princess. And then it can be just a necklace. I actually do use necklaces very often, and I probably will use some hair pieces, but typically necklaces are my signature. It would be this. This is a real picture. This is real. The computer, it's keyboard, it's real. The mouse, it's real. You can definitely see the shadow. Of course, digitally can be added, but those are real. You can see the tie, it's real. You can see the glasses. So honestly, everything in this picture, it's real, and it was the way it was photographed. So here again, the one on the left, it's my picture. It just had to tell the story. It was Delilah's birthday, and there was just this very nice color harmony. It was Tiffany theme, so that's why I used the gray background so you can focus, and I use vignette to darken the edges. This is another students of ours, and you can see it tells the story. The blanket, the flamingo, the mermaid, she's dressed with her cute outfit, but the truth is that it could be done better. Definitely it could be done better. Here another picture of mine. You can see simple and easy. That's it. Just white background. And in fact, this was taken in the rescue. So there were puppies. In the room I had a total of 10 puppies. Just in this picture I used 2. And you can see just the boat, and this was my blue background, which I folded so I can make it looks like ocean. So sometimes the solution can be very simple of props with the background. So the question is for you, who are you as an artist? Do you like to have plain stuff, or would you like to use more props? So for me personally, in the beginning of my career, I wanted to, and I did use more props. So I was using props for babies just because I did smaller size, and I can use them for pets. But eventually, in the progress of my career, I realized that, sometimes some of the props are trendy. Or at least for me, being a professional photographer, I photograph typically for people's walls, and I create art pieces. So I knew that they would not necessarily hang certain pictures on their wall. And so that's why I developed this style of just being very clean and plain, and then I can just digitally create anything in the world I want to. With the skills I have, and now with some of the skills you have, dear friends, using different apps, being able to remove wrinkles, and who do you want to be? And this is, again, it's beautiful, but this is going to be a 5x7 picture versus this is going to be a canvas. Or maybe this for your social media is going to be eye-catchy, but you can only use it few times a year for your social media to recycle the picture. And this one here, you can use it few extra times because you can add a sky, you can just maybe add water, you can add text, you can add emojis to the picture. So this is completely up to you. And of course, you can add digitally backgrounds. I mean, this is a pure digital, everything is done digitally. You know, the background, you know, the donut, you have the flag. So you can do complicated things. Again, in the apps nowadays, there are a lot of opportunity, and eventually it's also Photoshop. Here, here definitely was Photoshop. You had the elements added, you had the sunglasses, but at least this time versus times before, they did a good job because they added the reflection in the glass. So also to keep in mind that sometimes I talked a lot about distortions. It is doable. It is a real deal. I mean, again, I told you about my student who asked me so fastly for my iPhone 11, what would be the best lens. Even yesterday, I met with a person, and after we did the session, he said, Savasi, but I'm having trouble here with my phone. And then it ended up that a lot of people don't really know how to use completely their phones. And so this is now, I'm so grateful because you graduating from paparazzi school, no. But again, the distortion, it's a real deal. And that's why you can see, those babies are really distorted. They look really heavy, and they are not in real life. Again, this looks bigger in the edges, and this is not the real life. And it's just because it was wide angle lens versus the regular lens, or versus the live photo if you have Samsung. So keep this in mind. And even the picture on the right, this is distortion, that the belly looks bigger than it is, because picture she is a small girl, but this is how it looks like. So other than everything what I mentioned, another way is just simply to edit the picture. And this way you can definitely save the photo. So are you going to change the coloring? Are you going to just simply edit the image? You can use the different apps to blur the background. Or simply you can convert the picture in black and white, or just you can use different effects, right? It is all in your power and knowledge now that you have all of these tools in your pocket, and you can just decide, okay, today I'm in the mood and I'm going to convert my picture in black and white, or I'm just simply going to blur background, or maybe crop it in. And you can see, you can blur the background, right? You can either use an app to blur the background, or you can just use the portrait mode, and that's how you can blur the background. Of course, black and white. Just convert the picture in black and white. And sometimes if it didn't look good, you can just see converting it in black and white. I call this the defect will become an effect. It's so true, right? Here I was able to make, this line not too visible. And I know, okay, and I can bring it to a different app and remove the wrinkle. You can do so many things just with simply convert it in black and white. So amazing that just, again, how you can save the picture. Just, again, using simply different effects. And you tell me which one do you like. Of course, the one on the right is really great. And you can see it's a real deal, the baby with the distortion. But look at this picture versus this picture. Two of them are beautiful. On the left side, it's definitely more artistic. On the right side, it's a beautiful photograph. So the question is, which one do you like the best? Which style appeals more to you, to your audience, to your baby's personality? And again, thank you from the bottom of my heart to each of you for being a part of Paparazzi School and going with me on this journey. It has been such a pleasure to getting to know you and your babies. And I really hope that, and I know that going through those classes and trainings, I know that today you are a better photographer. You create such an amazing and beautiful memories just because simply you invested your time. And thank you for this. You were consistent. You watched those videos. It's just thank you so much. I appreciate you so very much. And I cannot wait to continue seeing pictures of your babies in the VIP group. I cannot wait to continue seeing the growth and the change of your images and the transformation. So thank you, friends. Thank you for being with me on this journey. This is Vasi from Pet Pics Academy, and I appreciate you so very much. So see you very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.